Welcome to the Fear the Hive 1155 podcast. I am your host, Dom, and I have here Steven, and we have JJ, who's our live correspondent down at Disney.
That man said, I'm tuning in to work. I'm coming into
Right.
work, even from Disney on location. We appreciate it. We appreciate it.
On location. Making all the viewers jealous, man. All the viewers are jealous now.
Hey, they can come on.
They can come on.
They can come on.
You must be tired, man. Tell me, how are you? How are you doing this? On what energy? I mean, it looks like you've been at Disney all day.
Right.
Brother. I'm a trail donkey.
Hmm.
There's always some liquid encouragement that helps the process. Um,
Okay,
Obviously,
okay, yeah.
it's not Disney approved, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
Disney don't need to know everything, right?
Absolutely not.
I
Absolutely
mean,
not.
I'm sure they're selling it there.
Not
There's
not not to my liking. If that makes sense.
there's
Oh no, that
actually
makes complete sense.
no,
Makes complete
there's
sense.
actually a secret speakeasy somewhere in Magic Kingdom for parents.
Oh, is that right?
And
Well,
for
Yep.
viewers that have no idea, Jason and Dominique are having a conversation about the intricacies of Disney that us regular peons will never know.
Peons.
you've never been to Disney City?
I I've driven by Disney. I've waved at the mouse.
You would deprive your family of Disney, the experience?
He's depriving himself.
Exactly.
Like I'm saying, us regular folk don't know that on Disney's campus there's a speakeasy for adults. We just thought it was all mouse. Clearly, it's mouse and mojitos. Okay.
Oh, there's definitely a lot of stuff behind the scenes
Oh yeah.
of Disney that you can experience for the adults.
Mm, I
Um,
bet.
Obviously, once the kiddos go to bed, there's Disney after dark.
Disney
Yeah.
after dark.
You know what?
Yeah, yeah.
Don't want to know. I was gonna
Actually,
ask.
there's actually a
I was
YouTube
gonna
page for
ask.
that.
I was gonna
There's
ask. I'm not gonna ask.
yeah, definitely we don't discuss that on live on the air.
No, no. I don't think that's. Nope. Not gonna do it. Anyhow.
Yeah.
Whew.
I'm not gonna be reason you guys get canceled.
Man, I'm uncancelable. You want to know why? Because nobody knows me. Booyah. If you're not famous, you're going to get canceled, baby.
It's true. Unless you
Unless
decide to run for office later.
No,
unless they make you famous and then cancel you.
somebody does know you.
Mm,
Good old Uncle Sam.
uh,
He knows his all.
he
It's
does know
true.
me well. He knows my innards very well because he goes deep diving every tax season. Anyhow.
Actually,
Oh, man. So where have you been in Disney today?
nowhere actually. I've been working and during the day, remote.
Ah,
So,
gotcha.
so everybody else has been doing Disney and you've been paying bills.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
He's paying for Disney right now.
That's what
No,
everybody else is enjoying. That man is
I'm,
paying for
I'm,
Disney.
I'm not gonna take the credit. My wife is.
Oh, okay. Ooh. Oh, that's nice.
So
Yeah,
she's enjoying Disney
That's
and you
nice.
working.
absolutely.
Hey man, the sacrifices us husbands make for our wives because we love them so much that
So
we'll go
much.
all the way to. Did you drive or did you fly?
Oh, we drove
We'll drive all the way to Disney to let our wife Disney without us while we work. That's love right there.
at least once or twice a year.
Huh?
Yeah,
What?
You guys go
yeah,
to Disney once or twice a year?
yeah.
So when I said regular people, this is the
I
kind
don't
of
even
thing
do
that I was talking about,
that.
right? Because
Yeah.
my understanding of Disney is you save up for years to go to Disney. Howsoever, our friend Jason tells us he goes once or twice a year. Like we've only been once this year. We can go again. I like the options. I'm just saying that ain't
He's
you know.
got a Carowinds. He's got the equivalent of a Carowinds season pass
Yeah,
for
he does.
Disney.
You know how you can go ahead and make it happen once or twice a year?
How?
You can go ahead and message us at JK 3000 Travel, and we can fill your details.
That's
Ah,
what
that
you
was
call a
good.
softball.
That
That's what
was
you call a
good.
softball. That's what you call alley oop right
Yo,
there.
me. I was like, wait, what?
Hey, man, that's what we call an alley-oop right there. Come on, man. Come on. We semi-professionals at this, baby. It's like the G League, kind of, sort of. Anyhow,
Gotta plug it in somewhere.
He had me leaning in for a second, like, what?
He's like, where is he going with this? I saw it click in Jason's mind. He was like,
Still paying bills.
Still paying
I
bills.
understand. Totally understand.
Yeah,
I'll tell you one thing, it is super humid down here.
We could not tell. I mean, the 3 pounds of sweat that you have perspired since we've been on. You're getting a good workout and you're sitting still. I love it.
Listen, I'm nice and tender right now.
So put me on the rotisserie. I'm good, boss. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Take me off the grill. I'm ready to rest.
Oh my God. That's awesome though.
That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Oh, so where y'all want to start? Where you want to start, Dom? I see you looking at the notes. Where you want to start?
Well, I mean, since last week, I was able to go to the range.
Okay. Would you do that?
We shot a few guns because I'm actually interested in purchasing one.
Okay.
So,
what conclusions did you come to?
So I've concluded that the Glock is, at least the 2 that I shot, and it's just those 2. They're a little bit snappier than what I would prefer.
Okay.
So, I mean, this was not my first time shooting a gun, but I mean, it was in a while. And like I said, it was just very snappy. It was really weird. Like, I went in there, I had, some mental training of what needed to happen in order to figure out what I wanted. And also that gun, the 2 that I shot were kind of off to the left a little bit more than what I thought they would be.
Okay, so wait a minute. So tell us what you shot.
So I shot the Glock 48 and the 19X.
Okay.
Or 19.
Yeah. 19. Okay.
So yeah, they were a little bit snappier than what I thought. So I'm gonna try the SIGs and then try maybe a slightly bigger gun and see what it is. Because I mean, hopefully science takes over and the more mass that you have, the less recoil that you get.
What you could also do? You could also do some wrist exercises.
Right.
No, Jason. I see how you're looking at me. That's not what I mean. I mean with actual weights.
I can just get a shake weight, man. A shake
You're
weight.
You're at Disney.
Gentlemen, compose yourself. This is a family-friendly show.
He said, "Stop being out here like Trump." Anyhow, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
Too soon.
Oh man. Okay, so larger size. Now, did you shoot like the compact ones, the subcompacts? What'd you shoot? What version?
The compacts. I didn't.
Compacts, yeah.
I'm not really interested in any of the subcompacts.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Okay, I feel you because the compacts and the subcompacts, I don't even deal with them specifically for that reason, right?
Yeah.
Like if I can't hit the target on my 3rd shot, either I need more shake weights or I need a different gun. In my opinion, right?
Right.
The 1st shot, 2nd shot, I need to be able to hit what I'm trying to hit on my 3rd and 4th shot. Right, I need to have that kind of consistency with it, and whether it's the gun or whether it's me, something got to change.
Yeah, but this is mostly for my first concealed carry firearm. So, I want that balance of I am accurate with it, but I can also carry it with me. It'll be my everyday carry essentially.
I mean,
what
try them all out.
Huh?
He ain't got one.
My 2 registered weapons, baby.
That means you're gonna lose. That's what that means. You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. I'm sorry. Unless you tell me you're taking Krav Maga right now, you're gonna lose. It's okay. You need to accept that.
I wouldn't mind taking Krav Maga. I actually like that.
I'm so close. Like, if I can get my kids to do their homework without me and my wife asking them to, I'd probably be taking Krav Maga.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? Because I really would like to. I watch the videos online and I log them like on that movie Limitless, right? Because I'm
Mhm.
thinking to myself, if I just log him in my brain, then when it's time for me to cross somebody's McGaw, I can do it. I don't think it's how it works, but in my head, that's how it works. So
Yeah, right.
you know what I mean?
Hmm. But yeah, I mean, what about you, Steven? I mean, we know where Jason's at, so we know what he was up to.
Oh, we're still
Uh,
live, full effect for another 2 days.
How long you got
God,
left?
2 more days.
2 more
how long
days?
is that a 5-day Disney trip?
We left at Saturday morning.
Okay. You
Yeah,
you
so
got
like
are you
a
guys
4 or 5-day Disney trip.
have you guys gone to all the parks or
Tomorrow is
Epcot? That's my favorite one.
I've never
That's
been there.
dope.
Epcot's
Really?
the science and technology park.
So Sunday they went to where'd y'all go Sunday? Hollywood Studios.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yesterday was Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
Today was Animal Kingdom.
Okay.
And tomorrow's
Yeah, Epcot's a good one because it has all the science technology, but also has the world food stuff. So it's like, yeah, so all the different countries and their food items and stuff. That's what they have over there.
That sounds like it's gonna be dope.
It is. I'm sure it is. I say it is for him.
You can drink around the world.
You said what?
You can
You
drink
can drink
around the world.
you drink around the world.
Yeah, it's a
It's
thing,
true.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo,
How have the lines been for the rides and stuff?
But like I said, I haven't gone into those parks. But how the lines been? Yeah.
He had to check with the chief domestic
man-
officer.
the man said, I've been working. I don't know.
Not bad. What we talking
That's
about?
good.
A 15, 20-minute wait?
Mhm.
Oh, really? Yeah. We went in 15, 20 minutes.
Wow,
Is that lightning lane or no?
That's important. That's impressive.
that's very impressive. Because when I went, it was an 80. Like some of the rides were saying like 86 minutes.
No.
But I was during COVID at the time when we went too. So
It's,
very well could
well,
be.
you got to remember too, in Florida, their school started back this Monday.
That's why. That's why. Good stuff. Good stuff.
You know, I need to do that.
Yeah.
And obviously, other schools around the area are now back in school now since it's August. So
Yeah.
you have just the late stragglers, like the Carolinas. The other members of South. Stephen, are your kids going back to school yet? Or?
A week from today. A week from today.
Okay, so next week.
Kind of like us, yeah.
Yeah.
So really, Durham doesn't get back to school until the end of the month.
Ours is like you're right. Yeah, ours is like the 26th maybe.
Yeah, 26, 27
Yeah.
or something like that. And then they're in school for that week, and then the following week they have a teacher work day and a holiday or something like that.
Why don't they just start it after the holiday and teacher work day? Like I don't get it.
It doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah,
At all.
absolutely retarded.
Well, I mean, you got to have a testing period to see what the kids are about. And you go on vacation and decide if you want to do this again.
Give him a holiday to figure it out. But like, do I really want to do this year?
Do I really want to come back and do this job? Yes, I have bills. Okay, I'll come back after the holiday. You know?
Right.
Man. Dude, Jason, outside. Jason, you know what? You're outside. I was outside this weekend. We had some good friends coming to town. And on Thursday, I went to downtown Houston. On Friday, I went to downtown Houston. On Saturday, I went to downtown Houston. I've been to Houston in the last 4 days more than I've been in the last downtown. That is in the last like 370 days. Easy.
Oh, wow.
Easy.
Wait, you've been down there that long now?
Yeah, it's been a year.
Oh,
A
my
year.
gosh.
A year and 13 days. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it's crazy, man.
Doesn't feel like it.
Oh, it does now. After this weekend, it does. I feel like I know Houston for real. Like $20 for valet. All this kind of crazy stuff, man. Okay. Can I vent?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so we went to this restaurant, supposed to be a hip restaurant, nightclub style,
A
but with
hip
good
restaurant.
food, right? I was like, all right, cool. We go to the restaurant, we make reservations. You got to make reservations. There's a valet, you got to pay the valet. I'm like, cool, no big deal. Food, price is slightly elevated, but in line with what you would pay going out. I'm good. They set me outside. Okay, that's fine because it was 8 o'clock, kind of late for a reservation. I learned for my personal self, but okay, fine. They gave me plastic silverware.
Was it? Wait, was it in the? It was in the pack.
Did you get Waffle House?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no. No. Dominique, let me help you out. Okay. I'm a grown man. If I want plastic silverware, I'll go have lunch with my third grader. Okay. If I have to make a reservation, I need steel. Okay.
Fair.
Like, don't be handing me. And the crazy part is, so we had like this little dip thing, and I was like, because they gave us like the plastic stuff, and I was like, hey, can I get like something to move the
Substantial.
dip with? Yeah, because it was
Yeah.
like it was nachos and it was dip on top and all that good stuff. And he was like, all right, and you know what he did? He
Bro,
came back with more plasticware.
oh, that's nice.
And I was like, gratuity must already be added to this, because this is not how you get a tip. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Is this a like a 4-star, 5-star type of school?
See, here's the thing. I don't think they applied for any of that rating system. I think they were like, rating system, we're not even gonna apply to that. We're just gonna do what we do and work it out. Because there was people, they said it was like um nightclubish.
Hmm.
I saw all of Houston there.
Oh, so kind of like stats.
I don't know what Stacks is. I'm not cool.
What? Okay.
Dominic, I don't have a Tesla. I'm not cool. What is Stacks?
So Stats is a restaurant here in Charlotte that is primarily black, but it's definitely up and coming and they have like live music. They have like a lot of events there recently, and it's actually pretty, not necessarily like super upscale, but it's like mid scale, and it's a big attraction. Like when people come here, they want to go to Stats, and it's not even
Okay.
like downtown or anything. It's on the outskirts. It's off of Sugar Creek or WT Harris.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Very interesting.
yeah.
No, it
Right
wasn't
next
that.
to
It was
right next to the ABC store too.
where's the
Oh shoot, are
ABC
they playing
store?
a Hercules song?
You're here?
They're playing the I Can Go the Distance.
This is how you know Dominique's been to Walt Disney too many times. He's listened to the background music, and he said, "Is that Hercules?" This man has been there enough times to know any
I've
song.
only
Hey,
I've I've only gone 3 times in my life. When I was a baby, when I was 19, and then when my son was 3 years ago when my
yeah,
son was turned 1.
Okay, Tesla man. Anyhow,
you got it right.
hey, you see your boy just got sued by the United Auto Workers, right?
Who?
Elon, he got sued by the United Auto Workers.
How you get sued? Nobody. They don't even have a union there.
Well, they don't have a union because he said, you know, you sign up for the union, I'm gonna fire you. And United Auto Workers was like, oh word, we gonna make this a big deal. So they're suing him. He may not go anywhere, but the fact that they sued him is kind of big, kind of big. And considering, oh no, trust me, it's bigger than just oh my god they sued him, because you got to remember the United Auto Workers, they like control pipelines
Oh
for
yeah, no, you're right.
replacement parts and so
Yeah,
you know
they're like a mob for sure.
yeah. So I was like, wow, Elon, you messing up, Brody.
Well, that he had his interview with Donald Trump yesterday on X and Spaces.
Which was
30,
a
30 42
disaster.
minutes late. Yeah, because of some potential DDoS attack, which whatever. Just say you had technical difficulties, it's perfectly fine. Whatever. What'd you say?
Say it.
It wasn't no attack.
You said it was?
It was?
Yeah.
Well, but also at the same time, you never had a Spaces that was highly anticipated as that, and you had everybody trying to get on as well. So it's like you almost had your own DDoS attack, like from your own users.
Man, you act like Elon knows anything about running Twitter. He fired like all the people that knew what they were doing, and the guys that were left. He was like, "I'm going to pay you more. Just keep this thing going until it falls apart, until the wheels fall off." Is basically what he said. So I'm not surprised he had a DDoS attack or whatever it's called.
He took him back into startup mode, which is like how he likes to operate. No matter how big the company is, any company is, he likes to be in startup mode where you can pivot and run as bare bones as possible. And he likes being in that mode.
I had never seen a man light $24 billion on fire until he bought Twitter, and the fire's still raging.
Hey, I think it was something that you told me. Hey, they got to get their losses somehow. They got to create a paper law somehow. Right.
Tax write-off?
Yeah.
And everybody else's to everybody else's detriment, right?
Yeah.
Because there's some of us that actually, like love Twitter and its functionality.
I mean, it's amazing you'd buy a company like that and be like, yeah, I'm gonna buy it and then run into the ground because I need a tax write-off.
Yeah, and I need to control who's going to be the politician, so I'm going to control the narratives via Twitter. So yeah, you know what? That's how you know he has too much money. That's how you know he has too much money, right? That's how we know. You know what? The Olympics were in France. The Olympics were in France, and the French are famous for eating the rich. Okay. They took their queen, chopped her head off, they put it in a window, and it was like, we will not eat cake, we will eat bread too. Okay. I kind of wish America had the stomach for that kind of thing, because these rich people wouldn't be acting the way that they would, the way that they are, if there was some courage, right, to make them pay what they owe. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it there. So.
But yeah, that's interesting. When I heard about that, I was like, and I know Elon is endorsing Trump. I don't know where that goes, but I don't think Elon's money is really going to help him win, honestly, at this point. As much momentum as Kamala's getting and gaining and continuing to push forward with, and honestly, that move to get on Spaces is kind of desperate. If you,
it's not even kind of. It is.
Yeah, if you analyze it, like right now, he's reeling in the fact that he's not in the news that often, and if he is in the news, it's very negative. Like that he's down in the polls. He's trying to get some sort of momentum himself in any way, shape, or form. And this was just the latest stunt.
You want to hear something that's crazy?
What's that?
So Donald Trump is the principal owner of Truth Social.
Correct.
Right. Things are so bad. Well, a couple things, two things. Things are so bad in the campaign Trump, that Trump has been flying on Jeffrey Epstein's plane, and he has been landing in alternate airfields, because for some of the places that he would typically go, his campaign still owes the town, the police officers, security money, so he can't go there. Okay.
Oh, well, that's his MO, though.
That's his MO.
That's his MO. And yet people want him to run the country. Like,
no. And what's also funny is him going live on Spaces on X or Twitter. I will always call it Twitter, as opposed to Truth Social, is a signal to everyone that Truth Social doesn't really have the exposure it needs to, which means that the people that poured all that money in when it IPO'd to give Trump all that money, the writing's on the wall. Like, they about to lose that money.
Well, I mean, Truth Social is mostly for right-wing, people anyway.
Sycophants. Sorry. Sycophants. SYCOPHANT.
Like, I could sign up for Truth Social, but it's like, for what? Like,
so you can have the FBI watching you? No, thank you.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I'm good. I'm okay.
There are other ways. There are other ways.
I stay on X with everybody else, with the rest of the world.
Look, and since we're here and we can get past it, I am old enough at this juncture in my life
You are.
that I heard that I will no longer abide by anybody making a false equivalency about the election. I had a long conversation earlier today with someone that was talking about Kamala Harris's AG record, and I was like, "Why the heck is that even a topic of discussion?"
Yeah, it's not.
Right?
It shouldn't be.
And for anybody that's watching, I'll clear the air. Kamala Harris did not put 1,200 black people away when she was the AG of California. That is not correct. Matter of fact, that's a planted story. She put 1,200 for marijuana offenses. She put 1,200 people away for marijuana offenses. People, right, during her time as AG. And those nonviolent marijuana possession charges, 1,200. Now, it sounds like a lot until you realize that California has like
It's its own
39 million people. It has
It's its
39
own
million
country.
people. Yeah.
Yeah. They have their own GDP of a small of a country somewhere.
And even if you take that out of the equation, their prison system has 120,000 inmates in it as of 2017, right? If she put away 1,200, that's less than 1%.
Right.
So you can miss me,
but I mean, she was doing her job regardless.
No, even beyond that, you can miss me with that because, as you probably will tell, more people were arrested for marijuana possession before they legalized marijuana possession in California than 1,200 people. I can guarantee you that. So the fact that she only put 1,200 away lets me know that she's trying to do the right thing. On top of the fact that she had diversionary programs that directly made opportunities for people to not get put in jail because of simple marijuana possession. That's number one. But number two, Trump's a felon. So we can't, I will not abide anybody talking about law and order or sentencing or guidelines or weed or arrests when Trump is a felon. It's a non-starter for me in any conversation, in any room, right? People gonna be mad. I don't care. Want to know why? Because it's a false narrative and it's absolutely insane to even entertain that idea. Sorry, a little bit angry. We can move on now.
Well, I mean, he's spiraling. He's spiraling right now because of the fact that his entire campaign strategy was against Biden. And he's still trying to figure out, they're still trying to figure out what they're going to do against Kamala. And you know, even down to his VP pick. If you're going against Biden, JD Vance was a great pick. But now looking at Kamala Harris and Walz, it's like, ooh, that's not the best pick. And then sometime last week, there was talk about like how JD Vance was attacking Walz's military background, which is funny because it's like, well, yeah, Walz was a reservist, or he was in the Guard for 24 years, which is actually commendable because most people won't even do 24 years in the Guard. And he was deployed. The closest he was in battle was he was deployed to Italy, and JD Vance was attacking him on that. But then the funny thing is, when you look at JD Vance's thing, he was in the Navy. Yes, I think he did only like 4 years, but he was a correspondent in the military.
He was writing in an air-conditioned office.
Correct.
While his comrades in arms were actually doing the work. So
correct. So
again, false narrative.
Yeah. So for him to say that stuff, you're like, dude, he did 24 years in the Guard. You were a correspondent. So who's to say? Yes, you probably had a gun issued to you, but did you ever fire it? Number one.
And he trained soldiers. What's that?
He probably didn't even have a gun issued to him.
Probably did. Probably did.
No, you can't compare yourself. No offense, of course, because music critics.
Right.
No offense to music critics. But, I mean, dude went in and did his thing. For 24 years? Come on.
Yeah.
That's a lifetime. And, well, look, while being a teacher, might I add, of high school students for the last, I don't know, 8 of them.
Well, still serving this country.
Well, what the narrative of the comparison was the fact that it's like, okay, so now we're getting military members going at each other for the type of service they did, which all in all, we should just agree, like, you served. Cool. Move on. But JD Vance opened himself up to this because it's creating more divisive narrative between the two. It's like, why are you still divided? Like, you're taking anything you can and trying to divide the nation. Like, Stop.
Yeah, to be hypercritical and hyper accurate, they opened that up so that they could say or create the narrative that Walls retired rather than going to combat,
No.
right?
Abandoned. They were trying to say he abandoned his unit, even
Well,
though he already wanted to have a
hold
life
on,
in politics.
hold on. So they're saying that he retired rather than go to combat, right? And they take that retirement to mean that he abandoned his
Mm,
unit rather than go to combat. That's the narrative that they want to spin because they don't have anything to stick on him yet. That's the
right.
first thing that they got to. The only problem with that is apparently to retire from any part of the armed forces, you got to like submit your retirement papers months in advance,
Super
right?
early. You have to take all your leave days. Like I
Yeah,
remember my mom was on leave before she retired because she did 20 years. Before she actually got out, she
yeah,
was on leave for like 4 months.
yeah. And so,
Yeah.
and granted, I'm not saying he was wrong to have retired before he went to war, because I mean, he was like 40 something if he had gone to war, and if he had already served 24 years, there are other people that can go.
Right.
Let's just start there.
Right.
But even still, like it's a false narrative, right? And
Oh,
especially for someone that served 4 years behind a desk in an air conditioner and a man that dodged the draft because he had bone spurs. Bone spurs. Don't want to hear it. Again, something that why will we abide by these conversations? Absolutely asinine.
yeah. No, it's
You know?
it's horrible. It's
Yeah.
absolutely horrible. But yeah, it was just interesting when I was listening to those stories. I was like, wow, are you serious? Like, are we? Is this where we're at right now? Like, can we not? Like, they both
Hey,
served. Move on.
have you heard Trump has started calling them Comrade Waltz and Comrade Harris? That's how bad it is. That's how bad they're grasping for straws. He's calling them Conrad, a man that actually fought, and a woman that is an American citizen by birth, calling them comrade. Come on.
Right.
I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel of this thing.
Oh, he is.
Scraping the bottom of the barrel. It's so bad, man.
He's
It's
picking
like
he's
it's
picking up gravel through the barrel at this point.
like how it's it's frustrating that and we're not even having a substantive talk about anybody's policies at the moment, unless you listen to the Democrats talk about what they want to do. The only thing that Trump wants to do is talk trash and figure out that we're the best, or say that we're
So
the best, or some
yeah.
combination of that crap.
Well, so like I said, like before he got elected, when we didn't know what we were getting, I still voted for Joe Biden, but it was like, okay, this might be interesting. We're gonna get a non-politician in here. Now, will I call him a businessman? Absolutely not, because he's absolutely failed in all the business he's done, essentially.
We'll call him a
And,
failed businessman because that's
and
accurate.
because it's like, how are you going to expect a man who has overvalued his companies or his land to drive up the prices so that he can make money and then devalue them and all this other stuff? And he's done this with all of his businesses. And you want to give him our economy?
Not
No.
even that. You want to give him the power. I think
Yeah,
they
no,
said
that's
they said he
crazy.
made 300 million dollars while he was president. Think about that for a minute.
Houseway.
Because he never divested, Sway. You know the thing
Mhm.
that presidents do when they become presidents, they take all their holdings, they put in a blind trust, and they don't have any dealings. Like there's like this law and statute that says you're supposed to do that. He didn't do any of that,
Mhm.
so he just kept making money. You want example. All of his Trump-owned properties, because you know that everything that's Trump isn't Trump-owned. Matter of fact, most of it that says Trump is not Trump-owned, he ended up
It's a
filing for
license.
bankruptcy. Yes, license. He ended up filing for bankruptcy, and the people that bought the property bought it, but one of the conditions of the sale is that it had to always be named Trump property. Kind of like I went to Trump Plaza in Vegas, right? Trump Plaza is not a Trump hotel; it's a Marriott hotel that has Trump on it. And the way that they bought it so cheap to get him out of bankruptcy, or at least to keep the proceedings moving, is that they agreed to keep it Trump and to have like gold everywhere. That was
Mhm.
a part of the thing, right? So in DC, where he actually has a Trump hotel, anytime foreign dignitaries came into town, they stayed at his hotel for like $5,000 a night, and they'd have to get like a floor rooms.
Mhm.
and this is happening around the world. Not even to talk about Mar-a-Lago. So, I mean, hey man, people be voting for him like he's,
Jesus.
yeah, that they're weird.
Yeah, super weird. I saw this video on Instagram earlier today. This girl was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore the fact that he's a felon because we ignored all the felonies from was it George Floyd?" I was like, "What? That doesn't even make sense, lady."
Cognitive dissonance, man. They don't. It doesn't have to make sense. You're looking for it to make sense. They're not trying to make sense. They're just trying to justify. That's what.
Just know anything that first off, Trump is just lying in any appearance that he says. Like the fact that he's just like, this person came up to me and told me how good of a job I was doing. I didn't know her. She didn't know me. We didn't know each other. She just wanted to express how good of a job that I'm doing. So that just tells you that I'm affecting change in this company. And you're like, what? You're like, this dude. This makes zero sense. Like, first off, with the Secret Service and whatnot around, who walks up to a former president? Nobody can do that.
Again, you're trying to make it make sense. I do apologize. When you try to do that, you're already putting yourself at a disadvantage. You want to know how bad this dude is? Okay. I was listening to an interview about Mark Cuban talking about Trump, right? And how at first,
I wanted him to run.
He knew Trump. No, he'll never pass the test. He's done too many drugs. Or something. I don't know if it's drugs. I just know he's done too much of something.
Hey,
but he was saying he was trying to explain to Trump different supply side economics that pertain to the economy. And 3 minutes in, Trump zoned out in a face-to-face conversation. And that's when he knew that man was woefully unprepared because you can't keep his attention for more than 4 minutes at a time. It's so bad that they say his security briefings had to be one sheet of paper in bold, which means they had to summarize. Okay, let's back up. Security briefings is what the president gets every morning, right?
Yeah.
25, 30, 40 pages long. You read it so you know the security of the nation, right? Yeah, you read it for that. They say they had to summarize Trump's into a one-page document, 14 fonts so he could see it, and he still could not pay attention to get through that.
There's 40 pages worth of information.
Dude, he wears lifts in his shoes. He wears, what do you call those things that women wear in their jackets?
Shoulder pads.
Yeah. He wears shoulder pads in his jackets. Like,
oh my God, that's hilarious. That's like saying, like his briefing says, Iraq bad, Iran bad.
That's exactly what it says. Oh, you know how he be tweeting all the time?
Yeah.
He don't tweet. He doesn't know how to. No. Wait for it. He doesn't know how to use a smartphone. So do you know how he tweets?
His assistant. He just tells.
He has someone dictate. He speaks it to him. They write it down and they tweet. Do you know how he replies to a direct message or email? They have to print out the message. He handwrites his response. They take a picture and send it back to the person. And this the man you want running the country? At least I could trust Biden to type yes, no, maybe, call me later. This dude don't even know how to tweet. Can you? I'm sorry.
That's a lot though. That is a lot. And honestly, for him to have been doing that while in office, I'm like, dude, you're wasting a lot of time in there. What are you doing all day?
You don't read it. You don't read the security briefings. He got all the time in the world.
Yeah. And then also, what is it? Like all the current presidents that's alive, they have like a secret meeting or something like once a year or whatnot, or they participate in a lot of those meetings when they're out of office. And I don't think Trump attended any of the ones since he's been out of office.
Why would he?
No, you're right.
Why would you walk into the room knowing that you're the dumbest person in the room and there's nothing you can do about it at the moment?
Just because he wants to prove himself, he would actually do it. But since he's so hard-headed, he really do it.
It's disgusting. It's anger-inducing.
It's amazing.
You guys have to excuse me if I'm not like focused on the camera. There's a lot.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, you're on vacation. We're just happy that you tuned in, buddy.
Yeah, you're at Disney, man. We're happy that you just on.
Right.
And obviously, on Disney premises you can't carry.
Oh yeah.
I feel very naked at the moment.
Gotcha.
Hey man, but you got the ones and the twos. You'll be fine.
Right. He said, I ain't got time for all that. I said, I'll put you on a t-shirt,
man.
buddy.
Hey man, they run up on you, Krav McGraw them, yo. Krav McGraw them.
There's definitely a lot going on around here. Yeah,
Dude.
I'll talk to you guys about it off camera.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Hey man.
What's up?
Hey man. Since we're angry now, I don't know about you. I'm angry.
I'm
I got a
always
list.
angry.
I got a list of things that I thought we would be angry about together,
Okay.
and I wrote them down. The first one we talked about already, Trump. Right. The second thing is, why food still so expensive?
So it's still
Why-
expensive because they know we're willing to pay for it.
You don't have a choice. You gotta eat.
Exactly.
You don't eat.
Exactly.
In a minute, I might have to choose other because, bruh.
I'm choosing other.
What is other? Steve?
Was it the grubs and stuff that they were eating in Lion King?
Hey man,
Hakuna Matata.
hey man, they said Joe Rogan went on an 86-hour all water fast. If he can do 86, I can surely do 3 hours and 40 minutes.
Did you watch the interview the whole way through? They put him in the hospital.
Yeah, but
Yeah. No.
Well, then again, I was about to say that hospital bill
Hey.
is not no joke. How about to say at least
No,
you probably
I
got
mean-
some good food there.
at a
I'm
hospital.
sure the grocery bill is cheaper than the
Oh
hospital.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you're right.
Yeah.
But still, food expensive, man. God dog.
Yeah, food is expensive, and I don't know why it hasn't started to come down yet, because they projected that it should start like soon, like really soon. But just like with everybody else, like McDonald's is starting to feel it, because now that it's still high, everybody's been like, yeah, I'm not going to McDonald's anymore. McDonald's has almost become a luxury, which is crazy. And that's why they came out with the $5 meal deal, because they need that value back. It's like McDonald's does with what is it? Wholesale, essentially, of food. Not,
Mhm.
it's like that. You guys are quantity over quality, and they forgot that.
Let me tell you about a Happy Meal course down here in Mickey Mouse Inn. Regular 4-piece chicken nugget Happy Meal. There you go. If you have to go.
$8.
Still too low.
Still too low. Oh God.
Yeah. Come up $2.
10?
$10.
Nah, man.
Ain't nobody gonna be happy today. Ain't nobody gonna be happy today.
I'm washing dishes.
Oh, the kid was happy. I was unhappy. I told them to put an extra fry and a toy in the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, they did it. They actually did do it.
Yeah.
But
Because they knew it was messed up. They was like, this man about to pay $70 for McDonald's. We need to give him an extra toy.
4 nuggets. Come on now.
Look, so I've adopted this ethos of, like, today I got a notification from Sonic that today, Tuesdays after 5:00, the Sonic cheeseburgers half off. So you know what we have for dinner tonight? Sonic cheeseburgers. I went and got like 8 of them. It was like $15 for all 8. And then if you order slushies in the app, they're already half price. So they were, the biggest one. This was $2. I go with whatever the deals are, but that's because I was raised that you got to survive by all means necessary. That's how I was raised. So I eat just about anything. I'm not that picky, and my kids are starting to learn some of that too.
I'm sorry. Could you say that again for the people in the back?
Yeah, my kids are learning to not be so picky.
No. I mean the part before that.
I'm not picky.
Yeah, and the part after that.
It's
I believe you said I'll eat anything. Sorry, we got to be juvenile from time to time.
I will eat anything.
This is a family show.
I'm sorry. I was just. I was just.
Pretty much
There's
the only thing that's off limits on my end are chillins.
Big pause. Big pause. You just said you eat anything after the handout.
Just about anything. Just about anything.
See,
Don't you-
this is why I did it.
Don't you start, Jason.
Just
Don't you start.
about. But chillins where you draw the line, really?
Chitlins is where I draw the line. Chitlins is where I draw the line.
There's so much content here. There's so much content. And this juncture in the road, I'm trying to tell you.
Oh
my God.
Chillins is where you draw the line.
All right.
Chitlins is where I draw the line.
All right, man. All right.
Okay. Okay.
Whew. Yeah, food expensive. Chilling's expensive too. Whew. Chilling's expensive. They most. I should stop. I gotta stop. I gotta stop. I gotta stop. Oh my gosh. Anyhow,
I'm about
all
to
right.
make a name for myself. Yeah.
That's what you about to do. I don't think you want to keep that name, but you about to make one. You about to make
You
one.
just tell everyone what happened here today.
Nope, don't think that I will. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm
I
at.
didn't know.
I'm at.
I didn't know my daddy, but I'm sure I shot out his nuts ready.
For those of you that don't, for those
Go
of you
watch
that don't know,
Deadpool.
that's a line from Deadpool and Wolverine. Okay, he didn't. That's not Dominique. He's just having flashbacks to the movie that he saw and he liked the character Gambit. Okay, we're not that kind of show. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you what kind of show we are. You know what else I'm mad about?
What's that?
College football 25.
I don't play college football 25. So you.
Man, okay, so they have a really good dynasty mode where you become the player in college, you go to college, 4-star recruit, and all that good stuff, right? Whatever. Why is it's so hard? It's so hard. Aside from you only get like certain amount of credits, you got to use them for like class or training or making money NIL. But when you finally get on field, 'cause like I started one last night, and I was, I'm killing training, right? 4-star recruit. I went to Auburn, right? Went to Auburn, SEC, number 22, right? It was strategic because I'm trying to get on the field. I'm trying to get on the field as a freshman, right? Not that I like Auburn, not that I hate Auburn. I'm trying to get on the field. Anyhow, 6 games in, I've been riding the pine. I got like 1 touchdown, and I got like 1 touchdown, like 4 throws, right? After the 7th game, right? We had bye week 6. After the 7th game, I beat the starter. I beat out the starter, so now I'm the starter. Man, we go to the 7th game against number 5 Kentucky. I don't know why Kentucky's number 5, but they were number 5. I threw 7 picks. Bruh, I threw 7 interceptions in one game.
You threw more interceptions than Tony Romo?
We didn't even score, bruh. They beat us like 45-0. I had 7 interceptions.
And the coach just bench you?
When I tell you that crap was so hard, okay. So normally, all right, I've been playing man for a while. So you get in there, you run the plays that you like. But here's the thing. You are given the plays. You don't get like 3 plays. You get to choose the formation. No, you get 1 play. The coach gives you 1 play. Either you run it or you throw it. And then you got to get in there and run the play. Sometimes you can run audibles. Sometimes you can't. I just figured out how to call audibles and when you can. But that's it. So I get in there, man. I threw like 7 picks. And I was like, I think I'm gonna go to bed. I think I'm gonna stop. I don't think I'm gonna.
Yo, so many people have been waiting for this game that on Instagram, this dude is of course is a skit, and basically his wife is saying how into it he's getting. This man had like an algebra book. She was like, "What are you doing?" He was like,
"Studying for exams."
Yeah, he was like, "I'm studying for exams." Coach won't let me on the field. I'm trying to make sure I know this stuff. I'm like, what? Dude's at least like mid-30s.
It's not a game, okay, so it was week 7, right? Week 6, we had a big test. And I was so apprehensive about the test because my GPA was 3.25. And if it dropped below, if like I did bad on the test, it dropped to like 2.5, then I'm gonna go see the field, even if I beat out the quarterback. So instead of training, you only get like certain units of time throughout the week. You only get like 3, maybe 4, and you got to determine whether you're gonna train, whether you're
Yeah.
gonna, you know,
Study.
study, or whether you're gonna go hang out, or whether you're gonna make some money on NIL. So
Mhm.
I spent all the time studying, and I got a good grade. My GPA is like 3.4 now, but
Oh,
I
that's
threw
why you
7.
threw 4. Yeah, I'm about to say that's why you
That's why I threw
threw 7
7
picks.
picks. Bro, I was like, I was trying to be a student. I forgot I was supposed to be an athlete. Like,
Honestly, what would be
so
cool is
bad.
if they actually put like education questions on the game for people to answer in order to get
Don't
like
give
extra points.
don't give them no ideas. I don't like that
Nah,
idea.
man,
No, no, no,
they
no,
got to do it.
no, no, no,
They got to
no,
do
no,
it.
no, no. They
At
don't.
least one. You
No,
got to
they do
answer at
not.
least one question.
Mm-mm. No, no, no,
Yeah,
no, 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 no,
man.
no, 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 no. Thank you. No, thank you. But yo, that crap is so hard, yo.
I went to college twice. I'm not doing it again on a video game to get on the
Guess
field.
what?
It's not happening. It's not happening. Do you have student loans in the game, though, sir?
No, no, no. But I do have NIL deals that I have to like. I
Ah,
just turned on the NIL deal. I took the first one, and then they was like, "You probably shouldn't take everyone." I turned on the second one. I'm glad I did because they would have dropped me after them 7 picks. So I'm gonna wait 2 more
Mm.
weeks to the playoffs, and then I'm gonna try to get some more money.
you need the full experience. The student loan debt and all.
Football players don't start, man, in the
Yeah.
SEC. Okay, since we're here, you know how much they pay football players?
This is now. I'm talking about back in our day.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't need that experience anymore. I've been there, done that. Don't want to do it anymore.
Yo, imagine signing up for college football 25, and they're like, "All right, we need you to put in your credit information because when you get these
Right,
student loans, we're gonna put on your actual credit." We're like, wait,
right.
what?
Bro, I'm
You gotta,
still
you
waiting
gotta,
on buying the. I'm still waiting on buying the Cletus 20K I got just sitting around. I
Look, who
was
you
like,
telling?
I look, I have $19,804 or something like that. Biden said he clear off 20K. I said, I'm gonna leave that right there for you, Josephine Biden. I'm waiting. You got my
Right.
vote for
Hey,
sure.
mine's still in like a pending status. Been there like a year and a half. I'm like, hey, until
Ditto,
you come back with a verdict, buddy.
ditto. Forbearance, baby. Forbearance. Federal forbearance too, because now that I live in Houston, like I got extra time because of the hurricane that came through Burrow. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, yeah. So oh
Mm,
my
mm,
God,
mm, mm.
dude. So
I want to make a quick announcement, okay? For
yeah, yeah, yeah.
all of the men that watch this show, regardless of your orientation, BBLs are not for men.
Wait, are you seeing BBLs down there in Orlando, sir?
On men,
Yes,
BBL Drizzy.
I tell you, there's so much going on where I'm seated. It's ridiculous.
This just in,
Like,
everybody. BBLs are down in Orlando at Disney. We've got our
for
okay.
on-site correspondent.
Time out. Dominique, BBLs are everywhere. I see BBLs in Walmart here in Houston.
and men?
No, in women,
No. I'm
women.
talking about men.
No, no, I've never seen that. Never seen that. Don't ever want to see that. That's not my. I'm not the demographic.
Like, I saw two bodybuilders walk by, and they they were in love. They were holding hands.
Okay, okay, yeah,
Hey,
no
That's
biggie.
whatever.
Disney.
That's whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's whatever. But the fact that I saw another group behind them, and the man had his what's the technical term? Gluteus maximus
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
enlarged.
I
So
mean,
what you're saying is, if you'd have seen him first, you'd have been like, "Oh, she fine."
and
If you'd have seen
then
him
turn
from the
around, like,
back,
oh.
Why? Why?
Everybody's entitled to feel great about themselves.
I'm not one to judge, but dang it, I gotta judge them about me. Like that. Nah, man. Nah.
Yeah.
Certain things you
hey,
do, certain things you don't do.
you said they were bodybuilders. They're very conscious about the way that their body looks. They
No,
they
no, no,
wanted
no.
a dump truck, so they got a dump truck.
The first group that walked by were bodybuilders. They were normal bodybuilders.
Okay,
They were just,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sip for fun. That's your cup of tea. Hey, sip on it. That's
Mhm.
you.
Did you
I
put your
shouldn't say
pinky up?
Pinkies up, baby. Pinkies
Your
up.
pinky? Wait a minute. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have asked. Go on.
But the second group that walked by, one of the four had work done,
Mm.
and it wasn't one of those that you can tell was something that happened here. He definitely went to Miami and
He
got
went to
the
Miami.
yeah, he went to Miami and
You
Dr.
definitely
got the
got
special?
Curves.
You got the special?
the maximum package. Yeah, yeah.
He
Like
went for what's that girl from Tennessee? They got hers taken out.
Black China.
Well, Black China. No, she's a singer. It's gonna come back to me later.
But yeah, he actually went and he got the full.
Oh,
Okay. I'm not sure what's happening between the wife and the daughter, but yeah, he went and he got the full package. Like whatever the maximum size was, he said, "Let me get double."
Hmm.
I wish.
you said that man had a dunk. You said that man had a dunk. What are we saying?
First, let me stop and say pause. Okay, big pause.
Hey,
Pause.
hey, hey. A dunk is a dunk. May not be your dunk, your type of dunk, but it's a dunk. It's a thing. It's a,
I mean, you could put a drink on it and they will stand like a damn table.
That's a shame.
hey, man. Hey. It's
That's a shame.
2024. Everybody want to feel good.
Yeah, no, no.
Hey, man. It's a new day,
Yeah,
buddy.
it is.
I look.
It
I
is.
knew it was some crazy when I saw one at Walmart one day, and I was like,
Hmm.
that's because she was Latina, but
Mm-hmm.
you know how the dimensions don't match,
Right.
and I was like, your dimensions don't match. And she was
Mm.
with an older, she was like with a slightly older gentleman too. I was like, oh,
You know what that was. You know what that was.
Gentlemen, we're gonna go ahead and head back to the resort.
All right.
all right, man.
Safe.
So
Get there safe, man.
Yeah, get
I
that
will
safe.
definitely give you guys a call, if not later on tonight, tomorrow.
All right,
Depending on what time y'all get off.
All
But
right.
all
I'm not back on so I can tell y'all behind the scenes.
right. Please do. And, hey, make sure not to linger too long because you never know
Yeah.
what you're looking at.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're leaving now. The whole group is here now. So
Gotcha.
All right.
we're rolling
All right, man.
All
All
right,
right.
man.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. You guys continue, and I'll catch up with you guys later.
Later,
All
man.
right, man.
All right.
Man said they got men out there with twerk ready booties.
Start walking around with BBL jersey just loaded, ready and waiting.
Ready to go. That's interesting. I didn't that was not on my bingo card for Disney. But then
Nope.
again, it's in Florida, and Florida's a really interesting place.
It's almost like it's not part of the rest of the
Real.
United States.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not real. It's not real.
Yeah.
It's not real.
It's really weird.
It's not a real place. It's not a real place.
Well, you know what else is not a real place?
What?
Living in a world where you have to give your bronze medal back.
Nah. Is it time for the Olympic roundup?
Yeah, so the Olympics are
Okay.
over.
Finally. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. I canceled my Peacock subscription earlier today too. So
Already? Don't you have like a couple more days left?
I mean, they still give it to me for until the 26th,
yeah.
but you know,
You
I
can
went
watch
ahead and canceled it.
You can go ahead and start watching Bel Air.
No,
Why not? Come on, man.
I do watch Bel Air, but I'm not going to keep Peacock just for that.
Wow. We're gonna move on because
Yeah.
that signals something else. But yeah, no,
And-
Olympic roundup. Where you at?
So for the Olympics, the U.S. we have the most medals. We are tied gold
course.
medals with China
Of
at
course.
40, and which is all right, fine, whatever.
Were we?
And yeah, we're tied with China. First
We
time it's
slipping.
ever. Yeah, first time it's ever happened.
We slipping.
Yeah, right. But you know, the issue with Jordan Childs is the fact that she won the bronze medal, and days after, I believe the Romanian team decided to file like an appeal or something, and now the people over the Olympics are saying that she has to give her bronze medal to the Romanian contestant, which sucks. And honestly, this should not play out in the public. And honestly, to me, what should happen before, and I know Steven's going to come in with the details, but my reaction is what should happen is just give both of them a bronze medal and call it a day. Just let it go.
If I was Jordan Childs, I'd be like, I lost it. Good people of Paris, you're never seeing that medal again. I'm sorry.
No, I'm with that. I'm like, she's gonna have to come cry for my dead cold fingers because that's just not happening.
I mean, okay. Here go the specifics, right? So Jordan Childs, she did her routine. She was the last person to do her routine. Okay. That's important. She did her routine. She got a score. Her score made her fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4. So she was not on the medal podium. Okay. However, the judges did not take into account the difficulty of her routine. They misscored one portion of her routine. And her coach went and she appealed saying, hey, you missed this.
Right.
So change it. And so they went back and they said, okay, yeah, we missed it. And so they recalculated the score, which made her third. Which is bronze. They put her up on the stage, her, Simone, and old girl from Brazil, right? Yep. They took the picture. Everything's great. The girl that was third, that dropped down to fourth, her coach was like, oh, no. You did that, but you did it too late. And the Olympic body said, you know what? That is correct. You did it 4 seconds too late, right? Because you technically, because she was the last person, you only get a minute after the end of your floor routine, right? They're saying she did it in a minute and 4 seconds, right? Now, normally, if there's someone else that is there that's performing, you have until that person gets on stage and their performance starts, which can be anywhere from 2 to 4 minutes, right?
Right.
She had a minute, whatever. The United States has since appealed the appeal, saying we have conclusive video evidence saying that she did it within the minute time span. And unfortunately, the IOC's governing body is not budging at this time. So they're asking for the bronze medal back, to which we should say kick rocks, Les Frenchies, because we're not giving it back. Not. You can get another one and give to old girl. We're not giving this one back because y'all screwed up. Period. So
honestly, you got to stand firm on one of them, and to say, okay, well, after this appeal, we're gonna accept the other appeal is unsportsmanlike, honestly. And
flip-flopping.
Exactly. You're not. That's not fair. Regardless of who actually won third place, that's not fair. You either should have stood firm and said, nope, this is what it is. Or when you do make that change, you only make one change.
Well, or here's the thing. When the other girl appealed, y'all should have got the video evidence and made the declaration.
You should have it.
This is the timestamp. This is what happened, and this is it, right? The U.S. shouldn't be providing you video evidence showing that it was well within the time, and then you not budging. That means that you don't particularly care about accuracy as much as you care about process at this point in time, and that's not in the spirit of the Olympics.
Nope. And it's already played out in the public court, so it's like, nah.
Did you see the break dancer? We got take a hard left. Did you see the break dancer from Australia? I believe it was
the Australian break dancer. Yeah, that I don't know what that was, but that wasn't break
rabbit hole goes deep, Dominique. The rabbit hole goes deep.
I heard that she only trained 30 minutes entirely before that routine.
Dominique, that's not okay. They were saying that she had a PhD in cultural movement. That is not correct. That's number one. Number two, she was representing Australia. Guess who doesn't have a governing body to determine who should represent Australia in the breakdancing competition at the Olympics? Australia doesn't. So you know what Australia did?
What they do?
Australia said,
Her.
let's no ballroom dancing. We're going to kick this over to ballroom dancing, and they're going to figure it out. You know what ballroom dancing said? We don't know anything about breakdancing.
Like they're supposed to.
So you know what happened? The Australian Breakdancing Coalition, which was founded by old girl's husband,
Oh no.
partnered with the Ballroom Association of Australia
Oh no, for some validity. Yep.
for some validity, made up organization by her husband. They had 15 people at the tryouts, and she won. So Australia sent her to breakdance.
That sounds like the biggest load of nepotism I've ever
That's
seen.
the whitest thing I've ever seen.
And you put her on global television like that? Like
She
I said,
created an organization, partnered with another organization, committed fraud in saying that she was an expert and had a PhD in cultural movement, got herself all the way to the Olympics on international television,
to
and then
embarrass her.
played in all of our faces.
I looked at some of that routine. I was like, what are you doing? You look like
I saw
my
her,
2-year-old
and she was like the first person they put on the screen because she had a PhD in cultural movement. I saw that and I was like, I'm not watching any more of the breakdancing because if this person is going to be, then there's no need for. Now, granted, I did watch some of the rest of it, and some of the rest of it
was a lot
was
better.
fire. Yeah, right. Thank goodness that the Japanese, the Chinese, the French, and the Americans came and saved the competition. Yeah. Well, I mean, specifically those two, because those were the camps that had the best breakdancers, right? Japanese, Chinese, American, and French.
But I mean, I'll put it like this: this lady was so bad that she single-handedly got breakdancing tossed out of the Olympics.
That's what it's about to be. They're never gonna have breakdancing again. My God, it's so bad.
It's crazy because in the next Olympics, it's in LA. Like,
it's gonna be dope in LA. It's going to be dope in LA.
Yeah, like we're getting flag football,
which Colin Kaepernick is trying out for the team.
He should, as he should.
Can you imagine?
Oh my God,
Colin Kaepernick winning gold for flag football in LA? A former NFL quarterback with a rifle arm and that could run a 4.40 playing flag football. I can't wait. I can't.
He needs to. Wait. And I hear baseball might make an appearance.
That'd be great if it did.
Yeah, might make an appearance. So
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, this Olympics, and then let's get the women out the way first. The nail biter of the women's basketball game was I forget the girl. Her last name is Williams, but she was on the French team. She was single-handedly trying to win it. She had a buzzer beater floater that her foot was on the line. And if her foot was not on the line, we'd still be watching that game right now.
Look,
those women were balling.
Both men and women, but particularly the women at this point, their Olympic run. And I'm not just talking about the USA's team. USA's team, by and large, has always been good. But I'm talking about everybody else's team. Like watching, it was the French, the Serbians, and it was I forgot what the name of the other team. Yeah, the Australians. Like these women are balling, and the games were good. It just so happens that we have more good players at the moment. But like next year, somebody else is going to win second because we win all the time in women's. So it was. I didn't even see it, but the last couple minutes of the game, it was a freaking good game. And I'm concerned because most of the players that played this year or this cycle were older players, right? So it's going to be a whole new cycle of players. Probably of the 13 people that are on the team, probably only 4 will be on the team next year because everybody else is going to be they should be grandmothers at the.
Well, we'll have Caitlin Clark should be at the next one.
She
why you Barbie?
Her angel, your girl from Yeah, well, assuming she comes back from
She'll be
her
back.
knee injury,
She'll be
she
back.
should be.
Yeah,
She should. They should be among the crowd, but it's hard to get on the women's in national
Aaliyah
team.
Boston will be on the next one.
Hey, it's hard to get on the women's team, bro. It is hard.
True.
But they won gold. They deserve it. The women's basketball team, the women's soccer team as well, women's national
Yeah.
soccer team, balling. They always come through. The women always come through. Now, the men's
Yeah.
soccer team sucks. The women always come through. It is what it is. They be like losing like 1-0
Yeah.
to freaking Paraguay.
Yeah. But then
but yeah.
switching over to the men.
Wait. Can we talk about the fish that is Katie Ledecky first?
Oh, yeah.
So
she's like the female Michael Phelps.
She's better than Michael Phelps.
Mm.
Google Katie Ledecky. I thought I knew how good she was. They pulled out a video of her in the gold medal round, the best women's swimmers in the world. She was so far ahead of them. I think one of her races, she was 17 seconds ahead. That's half a freaking commercial. She was so far ahead that when she touched and ended the race, everybody else, there was nobody on the screen but her for a full 17 seconds, which is insane. It's like the girl, the woman that won the 400 hurdles. She was so far ahead. There was nobody in the screen. She was easily 75 meters ahead of everybody else. And you're going, how are you?
How are you that fast?
How are you that fast?
I mean, first off, you got to be like the top 1% to even get to the Olympics. But then you have those
the top 1% of 1%.
Yeah,
the top 1% of the 1%.
Yeah,
like
that's
that's
your leagues and bounds above the leagues and bounds. Like you're in a totally different stratosphere.
It was, again, the women always come through.
Yeah,
always come through. Yeah. Right, Katie Ledecky. I need to learn McLaughlin's name. It's something. I don't know her first name. Her last name's McLaughlin - something. I know her about McLaughlin. She's fast. If she pick up your phone, you're never getting it back. You might as well just go and get another phone. You're never catching her. Okay?
You just pull another one out the drawer, like whatever.
I've never seen somebody run 400 hurdles the way that she did. Like, she was running fast, and she looked like she was running fast the whole time. And I'm like, oh,
yeah.
I mean, but yeah, no, they were killing.
Definitely. Absolutely.
Yeah. And go ahead. You got it. Say it. Go ahead. Say it. You got everything you wanted, didn't you? Jason Tatum didn't see the floor.
It was great. He was nowhere near it.
That man hit one shot. He got a dunk, and then he shot a three off the side of the backboard. I was like, nah.
Steve was like, hey, we don't need you this game. Don't worry about it. We'll get you in.
Him out, please.
But oh my God, like, first off, the narrative for USA basketball was on the shoulders of KD, LeBron, and Steph. And honestly, you couldn't have asked for a better three to take over the games when you needed to.
Man.
But then on top of that, like, even Steph Curry, who averaged 7.8 points before the Serbia game, and then averaged 30 points a game. First off, that's unheard of. That's unheard of to score that much. Like, this man was playing as if he was in the NBA on the Olympic stage. But the key shots that Steph was hitting, the degree of difficulty on those shots, he made it look extremely easy. And even I was doubting, like, oh man, we about to lose this, man. Dang. And he come down and pop 1-3. You're like, oh, okay, all right. Come down, pop another one. Oh, okay, pop another one. Dude, are you serious? And then the last one that he hit was over two people. So he was in trouble. He was dribbling the ball. He gave it to KD. KD was like, I don't want it. You're taking a shot. Gave it back to him. And he shot a three that was at least, 25 feet, 30 feet? Over two people.
It was like 28 feet. Dude.
Over two people. And it wasn't even like a concentrated shot. It was like, yeah, I'm going to just toss this up. And it was like, oh, Ooh. Oh. Like I couldn't. Like, I gotta watch that game again personally because it's just like, oh,
Can
that.
can we give USA Basketball and Grant Hill their props? Right,
Oh
he
yeah,
convinced those guys to come in. He convinced the vets to come in, and had it not been for the vets, we might have had a different ending. Okay,
a
that's number
very
one. Number
different
two,
ending.
can we give LeBron James his props? Because before the medal games, he's the reason why they beat Serbia the first time.
Yeah.
Right? He's the reason why I forgot the other team that they beat that was kind of a close game. Like when I say close, it was like 10 points and it should have been 10
Yes.
points.
Talking about
But
Sudan,
he was the reason
South
they
Sudan.
beat Sudan. No,
Yeah.
no, 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 before the Sudan game. Um, can we give KD his props? Because
Mm.
KD came in,
Instant
he came
offense.
in the Sudan game and went 7 for 7 for like 28 points and was like 28, 7 for 7, 28 points. He only dribbled the ball like 15 times, right?
Hmm.
And he did that 2 games back to back, right?
Yep.
And
I mean,
and
when you
then
have a 7-footer that can shoot like that, it's
okay,
hard.
so I've had this argument. Some people that I'm in a group chat with have said that he is the greatest scorer of all time, and I hated that term because of all time
Yeah.
means that of every person that's ever played in the NBA and touched the basketball, he's the greatest scorer of all
Yeah.
time. Just because he's 7 foot and can shoot. And I'm like, 7 foot, that don't mean you're the greatest scorer of all time. Just because you're 7 foot and can shoot. There are other people that can shoot that are great scorers.
I give him
Here's
the
the problem
title.
though.
He's the greatest hooper that's the energy he gives off. He just wants to hoop.
He's
Like,
the
that
greatest.
is
He's the greatest. I'll give him title greatest scorer. I'll give him title greatest bucket getter
it.
because the way that he's built, he's just built. He's built to get buckets. There's no. I've
Mm-hmm.
never seen. I've never seen. And it's. I hate people that ride his jock
Yeah.
because he could be so much better. He's just not built
Yeah.
that way. He's
Yeah.
not built that way,
No, you're
right?
right. You're right.
And that doesn't take away from his greatness. It takes
Mm-mm.
away of what the greatness that he could achieve, right? But as it stands, that Negro is a problem. Like,
Yeah.
I
And he's
mean,
what, 32, 33?
c-
And he's still like, whatever.
had ACL surgery 4 years ago. Remember, like this,
No, it was
yeah,
Achilles.
Achilles. I
Achilles.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. And so for him to be able to do this for this long after the Achilles and this well is phenomenal, right?
Yeah.
He's got to get props because he is part of the reason why USA basketball, won the gold,
Mm-hmm.
right?
I
And
just wi-
and
I just
and,
wish somebody would brush his hair.
and leave that man alone. That man is the greatest bucket getter of all time. He can have peasy peas.
Or just cut it
Um,
off, man. Dang.
no, let that man do whatever he gonna do, right? I've come around. Uh the younger guys on Team USA, they will be better for the next. They needed to be on this team so that they could be better for the next Olympics in LA. They had to be because they were
I'll
good.
give
They
him.
just didn't have a sense of what it meant of the
Yeah.
moment, right? Because
Yeah.
they haven't been in big moments like that. Lots of them, right? By and large.
And was it me or was this the first time we've ever seen LeBron James with gray hair in his beard?
That man looked like Father Time himself. That dude's beard ain't even black no more. It's salt and pepper at best.
And it's
I
like
saw him.
it just happened. It's
He
like,
just
dude, what happened?
do they not have any beard coloring over there in France? Because 6 months ago, your beard was not this great. But then again, I mean,
Well,
okay,
you saw it like in here, but this
yeah,
was like
it's
everywhere. I was like,
yeah. He looks like Father Time.
oh, yeah, he
He looks
does.
like Father Time. He looks like a cut Moses. I mean, he does. He does. That's what he look like.
Moses
But
pre-worked out.
yeah, but I think he did it to let people know. Look, man, nigga, I'm old
Yeah,
and I'm still doing this. Like,
yeah.
put some respect on my name. People
I'm
don't do
sure.
this as long as as I'm doing this. Not the way that I have. Not the way
And
that I'm doing
and
it
the
now.
crazy thing is, he may have lost half a step, but he ain't by no means is he on the decline, which is crazy.
Look. I've told people for quite some time. When LeBron James finds a point guard that he can trust and he can run to the mid post and get the ball and receive the ball there,
Yeah,
if he
he
ever
was
wanted to do that, he would extend his career by 2 years, however long he wants to play.
Mhm.
because then he becomes Karl Malone with the jump shot.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, correction. Karl Malone with a 3-pointer and a crossover. And that
Like,
I know there are a lot of people that have no idea. That's a problem.
yeah,
Nobody wants the problems, right?
yeah. I
But I
mean,
mean,
yeah, he he will lose some athleticism, but I mean, even what he has now is like still like
yeah,
decently above everybody
he's
else.
top 25%, top 25% of the NBA. It's just what it is. He's a freak of nature. He is
He's in year 21,
an
22.
alien.
Like it's
He's
it's stupid.
there's nobody that has done anything like this in this point in their career in this many years. Nobody. That's
Yeah.
just
And
those are
I want everybody, like, if you did not see or care to see, but you do know LeBron and whatnot, you guys got to watch the games, because this will probably be ugh, probably, yeah. This
that's
will
a
be
lot of
the
people.
last, yeah. This will be the last Olympics that LeBron James will probably play in.
No, it'll be the last Olympics that he will play. He's not gonna play in
Yeah,
Los Angeles.
he's not.
He's gonna be too old.
He's gonna
Um
be the
and,
ambassador.
and yeah, he is gonna be the ambassador. And he shouldn't want I don't think he wants to. I don't think he's done all
No,
that he can do.
and
Um
then and then same with like Steph may not play in the next one. KD
Wait, okay, so
may not play
so
in the next
yeah, no, they're not playing. But let's go back to Wardell for a minute.
Wardell. So you got Tom Brady and you got Steph Curry. Like, their ability to put the ball where it needs to be is extremely uncanny. And the funny thing is, we've seen Steph's training regimen. This man skips no steps in the process.
No, not only does he skip, I was telling somebody the other day, he hits like somewhere between, I don't know, 1,500 and 2,000 shots a day. Hits, not takes, hits. Oh, and look, Dominique, and when he counts, he only counts nothing but net ones. If
Switches,
it
yeah.
hits the rim, he doesn't count them.
Yeah.
I was like, it was a couple years I saw it. I was like, hey man, so you don't count nothing that hits the rim? Nothing that hits the rim?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing? Then again,
but when you spend time in the gym and like really train your shot and your wrist, you can tell the difference for how it comes off on how it's going to go through the net.
Well, that's people be like, "Oh my God, he turned around while the ball was in the air." Man, it's because
he knew when it came off.
He's hit in the last 3 days. He's hit 7,500 shots. He kind of knows when it's going in. So you can't be but so mad at it. You mad at the fact that it's going in, but you can't be mad at the fact that he turned around. If you shot that many shots a day, you'd be like, "I'm gonna turn around too."
And that's a sensation that some people just don't get. Like, when you play enough games and played enough basketball, when it comes off and it rolls off, you already know. It's like, yeah, that's not off. You're good.
Already. No, and that's why when he got rolling in that gold medal game, everybody was like, all right, we're gonna make a screen for Steph to come get the ball. Y'all gonna double him. He gonna pass it on. I'm gonna give it back to him. You wanna know why? Because he is in fuego right now. And I promise you, I didn't watch it in real time. I watched it after the fact because I love my wife enough to go with her to the mall during the gold medal game. Right.
Look, I was at my son's 7-on-7 football, and I was
man, we was at the mall. We was at the mall hanging, kicking. We had good friends in the town, so it was a thing, right? The four of us, we were out. Anyhow, so I got back and I saw one highlight. I saw him hit 2 back-to-back. I was like, stop! I gotta watch it. So I watched the whole game. When I tell you, I saw it coming. I saw it because he had tried to get going early in the game. He had hit a couple, whatever. But then the game was on the line. They was too close. They wasn't going away. LeBron was giving it to him. KD was giving it to him. Steph was like, I can rise to the moment too. Right. And he hit that first one because they needed that first one. He was like, this feels good. Then he put up the second one. As soon as the second one went up, I looked at the arc and I was like, this is about to be a problem. Because as we all have known, you don't want to get this man rolling. It is in nobody's best interest to have this man rolling. Dude, he shot the third one. I was like, heat check's coming.
Oh yeah,
you know it's coming.
Oh yeah,
you know it is coming. And that last one, when they double team him off the pick and roll, He passed the ball to KD and got the ball back. And then two guys came towards him to double team him again. Let's be clear. The man with the most points to ever score, the man that scored more points than anybody else in the history of the NBA, was wide open.
Yep.
Next
and KD
to
was wide open.
Well, next to the man who is the number one bucket getter to ever play in the NBA.
And he looked both of them off.
Steph looked at both of them. No. Matter of fact, LeBron's like this. KD's like this.
Yeah.
Steph looked both of them off and was like, time
I'm
to
taking
cook.
this.
The man saw, and look, and let's not get it twisted. Those are 2 6'8" guys coming out. Those are the Batum and like Yabusele or something like that. They were coming at him. He took that in and out jumper. He stepped back.
He was like
at 28 feet and launched it. And I swear to God, he wanted to turn around. He didn't want to be completely disrespectful because he knew he was about to go. He knew he was about to hit him with the night. He launched that joint, and everybody went crazy. You saw the shirt he had on afterwards. Neat. Okay, your boy had an Olympic shirt already printed up with the Eiffel Tower on it with the Olympic logo that said NUIT, which in French means night.
Oh, that's
Bro, when I tell you, he should not be allowed back in France. They should look at his passport and be like, you can't come. You can't come.
Okay, so overseas, McDonald's, they have a different menu than us. One of the things they have is a curry sauce for their nuggets.
They're gonna take that off.
They took it off. They said, nope. We don't want to see curry. We don't want to see nothing. It's gotta go.
Man.
It's gotta go.
Hey, and the funny part is, I kind of feel bad for LeBron. Let me tell you why. Because up until that point, he had carried up until KD got hot, he had carried the team, right?
Right.
And because this is his last Olympics, I could see he wanted the last shot to be his, right? This is for legacy, right?
True.
Matter of fact, you could see it when Steph Curry inbounds the ball and LeBron is right there, and LeBron's like this, and Steph Curry like dribbles away. You can see in his face he was thinking about legacy. He was like, I want the ball one more time so I could score, and that'd be the end of it. Yada yada yada. But I mean, sometimes
you still get a gold medal out of it. So yeah.
Yeah, and I mean he still gets the recognition, but I understand what he was trying to do. But sometimes you gotta. That man was
cooking.
He had 4 straight threes when everybody knew it was coming.
Yeah.
There
was nothing France that could have did to stop him at that point.
Everybody says that if there'd have been another 15 seconds, he shot it from half court just for the heck of it.
Yeah, and when you get to a point to where you have to double Steph, what does that do? It opens up for everybody. So that was going to be a problem regardless, because you can't leave Steph open with one person. You can't leave him on. You can't leave him open with 2 people on him. So now it's like, all right, well, Steph can just start dumping. And now you've completely wrecked your defense. When in basketball, when you have to start double teaming somebody or boxing wanting somebody, you've completely wrecked your defense.
Man, that shot was so devastating. I think I sent you a thread. I know I sent it to Sam. A thread of Steph Curry doing Steph Curry things to every team in the NBA. And all of the clips are not like 10 years old either. Most of the clips are like 4 years old.
Yeah, it's within it's within at least the last 5 to 6 years.
Oh my God. And people hate hearing the fact that he's the best point guard in history or the second best.
Greatest shooter ever.
Well, both of them. I like you. Everybody agrees that he's the greatest shooter ever because there's nothing like Steph Curry. Right. We've never seen someone shoot like this.
And do you remember his scouting report? He's too small. He can't hang with and it's like
too small, too slow. Doesn't have a great scouting
report.
Hey man, scouting reports are great, but they're not always right. They,
No, they're not.
And
that was the best display of basketball on a global stage that anybody could ever have in their life. Like if Steph Curry decided to retire right now, I would understand.
I mean, you put his performance up there with Kobe's performance, right? You
Oh,
put it up
they won
there.
on 8, 10, 24.
Yeah, put it right up there with Kobe's performance
Mhm.
as some of the best or one of the best performances on team uh
USA.
Team USA. But like, I mean, you look back at the Dream Team, but none of their performances were great. They were
Yeah,
literally beating up on plumbers. They were literally beating up on plumbers. Like we like to say about the 80s, no, they were literally beating up on
Yeah,
plumbers. So
yeah.
I mean, as much of a phenomenon as the Dream Team was, I don't even count it. Like
Yeah,
it's
the
so different
talent
now.
gap was just too wide. Like nothing
Yes.
they could have did was going to help that.
Yeah. No. But this game, this time, these guys was special, man. It was special to watch. It was special to watch them because you don't get to see all of your stars together like that. You know what I mean?
It's
You
yeah,
don't
it's leagues and bounds above an all-star game.
because it meant something. Like they were
Yeah,
actually playing. An All-Star
yeah,
game, they don't be playing.
yeah.
But
And
yeah,
then
it was
it's sad that it happened against Wemby. I mean, it was rough to see that part
but
of it,
that's
but it was like,
hey,
dude,
I'm happy it did. You want to know why? That's a villain origin story.
yeah,
No, seriously.
that dude's gonna come
Seriously.
back and it's like, you know what? I remember what y'all did to me. That's that. Okay, let's do this.
Look. Wemby just got a point guard in Chris Paul that's going to teach him a game. He's going to hate Chris Paul when it's done, said and done, but he's going to be a better player
Yeah,
after having played with Chris Paul. Can you imagine? Can you imagine what it's going to be like for him? All the
yeah,
easy buckets he's going to get. Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, it's a
Now,
villain origin story. Yeah.
now my only, the sad part about with this year's Olympics being over is, like I said, these guys will probably not play again. What
Yeah.
does this mean for the strength of Team USA versus the rest of the world? If it took the greatest shooter, arguably the greatest small forward, and the
No,
greatest bucket
no,
getter.
not arguably the greatest small forward ever. But yeah, I'm with you. Like,
Like, this is like, going forward, this is bad.
no, not really. And let me tell you why. I only consider it not bad because the young guys needed this, right? Just like LeBron and Dwayne Wade needed to play with Kobe to
Mhm.
really understand the very nature of
Yeah, pass it
yeah,
down.
we all see that clip of when Kobe's talking about how he's gonna run through Paul Gasol's chest and
Yeah.
LeBron James like, no, you're not. That's your teammate, right? They needed that.
Yeah.
They needed that. And just like these Anthony Edwards, he needed to see this up close in person. Jason Tatum needed to see this up close, in person. Bam Adebayo needed to see. Well, I mean, if he's ever
Mhm.
gonna be like an actual, killer assassin, you need to
He
see
ain't
this up in person.
he
Like
ain't no
you saw LeBron. LeBron wasn't settling all the time. He hit jump shots,
mm-mm.
but LeBron was getting to the cup. He's getting
Mhm.
easy baskets because that's what you got to get.
Yeah.
And so they needed
And
to see that up close in person to be able to, you know,
now what I did like is the physicality that they played, that FIBA allows you to play with.
yes,
Like, that's good. That was
yes,
good basketball.
yes, it was.
This little ticky tack foul stuff that they do in the NBA is annoying at this point.
It is. It's very highly annoying, and I'm hoping that there's always a calibration after the Olympics, right?
Mhm.
There's always a calibration. There's always a few games where they try to decide how much they're going to let these guys play, and I'm hoping that carries over into the season a little bit more than it did. Not just the first 15 or
Yeah.
25 games, but hopefully all the way up into All-Star break. They really have an emphasis on letting them play the game a little bit more.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't result in altercation, because
It's
you
true.
ain't trying to mess up the money. So
Yeah. Yeah. I'm interested in seeing the next, and even Embiid. We gotta give a shout out to Embiid. He did really good. He didn't start off hot, but when it came down to it, he did what needed to be done.
Embiid is to me as Jason Tatum is to Dominique. With one exception.
I see your
I
point.
want with one exception. I want to like Embiid, but he keeps doing things that make me not want to like him.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, yeah, and for me, I hate when I see players, go back and forth with the ref. I'm like, dude, relax, just play the game. You're taking away from the game right now.
I hate watching the biggest guy on the court act like he's not the biggest guy on the court.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, why are you shooting 20-footers, Joel Embiid, when you got a guy on you that's 6'9"?
You're the biggest guy on the court. Like, back
You're
him down.
literally the largest man on the court.
Yeah.
Put your back on. Anyhow, man, we got so next week we're gonna talk about D23, right?
Oh,
we
yeah,
gotta talk about
yeah.
we gotta talk about Lilo, and we gotta talk about all the highlights from D23. No, we can roll out. We roll out. We gonna tease them. We tease them. Highlights from D23. We got to talk about the Gottman theory. Definitely going to talk about that. And a couple of other things. Like, we need to catch up on what we're watching and what we're looking forward to watching for the fall. And hopefully you guys will be here to participate in this conversation. Make sure to leave us a like, to hit subscribe, click that notification button so you know when we go live. And you can interact with us in the chat, in the comments. We will interact with you back. Now,
100%.
Yeah, we got snappy comments, so it's okay. Don't get your feelings hurt. It won't hurt our feelings, but interact with us, and we'll definitely interact with you back. And thank you for watching the show.
Yes, we will see you guys in the next one, and I hope Jason makes it safely back to his room.
Oh, with no more men BBLs.
Yeah. All right, y'all.